Okay. Now, as a spirit, I want you once again, as you did this morning, to stand up out of your physical body in the sanctuary as the spirit you really are. You are still connected to your physical body by the electromagnetic silver cord. So don't worry, you can't and won't drift away. You turn now, having stood up from your physical body, to look at the image of yourself sitting in the chair in the Persian room for a moment. Then you walk through the door of this room and find yourself not in the cafe that normally lies beyond the Persian room, but instead in an area of light that extends all around you, under your feet, above your head, to either side of you, behind you, in front of you. There are no horizons in this place, just this endless, limitless, soothing light. The only physical feature in this dimension is another doorway that is just ahead of you, a few steps ahead of you, just standing there with a frame, but with no walls around it. Just a closed doorway in a door frame, standing there ahead of you in the light. You feel this light that is all around you, cleansing you of any weariness, of any everyday aches and pains you might have been experiencing lately, of any worries, of any stresses. You feel these things being cleansed from you, being taken away from you by this beautiful, intelligent, compassionate light. You feel it passing through you. And as it does so, you feel refreshed and energized. You feel renewed. And now, to either side of the doorway, you see figures, people, suddenly appear. You can't quite make out their features yet, because the light is softening their outlines and making their faces a little fuzzy to your vision. But as you look at them, one of them begins to walk over from the doorway towards you. They grow closer to you. Their features suddenly become clear, and somehow you feel as though you know them, as though you recognize them. And then, at a soul level, you suddenly realize why they seem so familiar to you. It's because this spirit, this person, is Joseph, who has come today to greet you in person and to guide you through this special meditation. He steps right up to you. He puts his hands on your shoulders. He hugs you and then takes you by the arm and leads you up to the doorway. As you approach it, the figures standing around it come into sharp focus. Can this really be? Yes, it can. You know each of these spirits. Here, standing by the doorway, is the spirit we call the Big Indian. Tall, calm, compassionate, loving. And here's Silver Star, full of energy, enthusiasm, and wisdom. And here, also standing tall by the doorway, is the Persian Gentleman. His arms are folded. One eyebrow is raised. He is greeting you with a smile as though you've never been away on your earthly adventure. These key soul group spirits gather around you for a few moments, and you feel such love from them, such acceptance from them, such encouragement from them, such a strengthening of your spiritual resolution and determination, such gratitude for all you are doing for the world, for all you are accomplishing on behalf of humanity. Smiling, they now slowly fade from view, leaving only yourself and Joseph, who is beside you as you approach the doorway in front of you. Joseph tells you he has a gift for you. And from his robe he takes and hands to you a set of keys on a key ring. Each key is made out of crystal. Each key shimmers in the light, glowing with a variety of etheric colours. Each key is a thing of exquisite beauty. There are 17 keys on the keyring in total, and each key is labelled, each key corresponding to one of the 17 chapters in his first book, Revelation. For example, the first key on the ring is labelled Beginnings. The second key is labelled Creation. The third key is labelled the Circle, and so on. Joseph now draws your attention to the door you are standing right in front of. It is a simple wooden door with a brass doorknob and a brass keyhole, and also a blank metal nameplate positioned at eye level with you. A nameplate on which writing can and will appear, but which at the moment is blank. Joseph asks you to hold up the first key, labelled Beginnings, and you find that the keys, unlike on an earthly key ring, simply separate from the ring whenever you want to select one. And so you hold the key Beginnings in one of your hands and you pull it off the key ring easily. And as you do so, the minute you do so, the word Beginnings also appears on the nameplate on the door. He now asks you to put back the first key and to hold up the second key. You do so, and the word Beginnings on the nameplate disappears and is replaced by the word Creation, the title of chapter 2. He explains that the door and the area beyond it know which chapter you wish to explore, and that whichever key you select, the door and the area beyond it will correspond. The nameplate on the door will display the title of the chapter you have selected, and when you open the door, it will lead you into an area of deep, rewarding, contemplative energy that will correspond to the chapter you wish to consider. Joseph asks you to select the key to Beginnings again. So you put the second key back onto the keyring, just push it on, no need to turn the ring. And you select the key to Beginnings, and you fit the key this time into the keyhole and turn it. And the door now opens, and light streams out from beyond it. And Joseph explains that beyond this open door lies a quiet but powerful area of contemplation and peace. And that whenever you enter into this calm area by selecting a chapter key and opening the door with it, you will find yourself in an area whose energies, finely tuned to you as a spirit, will allow you to contemplate and find deeper meaning to the corresponding chapter Joseph has given you in Revelation. Stepping through the door with you, Joseph goes on to explain that there isn't time today for him to guide you through all 17 chapters, but that he will take you through the first chapter to demonstrate just what will happen in the area of contemplation beyond the door whenever you visit it. And he adds that he also has a special surprise for you to end this session. You step through the doorway into a warm, womb-like, luminous cocoon of light. The door shuts silently behind you. Again, there are no horizons here, just soothing, comforting, loving light all around you. And in the center of this area, you see a comfortable recliner chair. And Joseph invites you to sit in it, which you now do, feeling completely supported by it and totally relaxed in it, totally at peace. You can feel the light around you healing you, inspiring you, energizing you, comforting you, infusing you with divine love. Now Joseph invites you to bring to mind some of the key words from chapter 1 of Revelation, Beginnings. There's no need to worry, he says. He will provide you with some prompts. There's only God, he says, as a prompt. Then you project reality from within as a prompt. Then You don't have to come back to this planet once your time here is ended. You can move on into the higher spheres as a prompt. And you sink into an even deeper, more peaceful state and allow your spirit mind to consider and contemplate the meanings in chapter 1 of Revelation. There's no need to try to remember the words and themes from the chapter. You just need to let go and allow the truths of chapter 1 to infuse, inspire, and inform you via your subconscious, via your spirit consciousness. I leave you to do this in complete peace, in complete quiet, for a couple of minutes, and we'll then move on with the meditation. And now you again become aware of Joseph's gentle presence standing next to you. He says, let's change the focus in this room to the special surprise I have for you. You stand up from the chair and it disappears. Suddenly the area of light around you coalesces into the most extraordinary scene. You are outdoors. You are standing on a wide, smooth, marble roadway. Above the roadway, spheres, globes of light, hang in mid-air, stretching out above the roadway ahead of you and into the distance. You look along the roadway and see buildings rising up in the distance, beautiful, magnificent pieces of architecture. Wide steps lead up to the columned fronts of these buildings. The stone the buildings are made from glints in the light in warm pastel colours. The sky in the distance and above you is a delicate lilac colour. Citizens of this place are walking along the roadway and along a network of roads that connect to it and crisscross it. You notice that the road you are on is constructed above an expanse of water. In the distance, gentle waves lap against a sandy shore where the expanse of water below the roadway meets the land. Joseph takes you by the arm and leads you further down the road towards the shore and the buildings ahead of you. The air is crisp and clean. Many of the buildings glow with auras of coloured light. You find yourself led by Joseph over this road bridge that spans the water and into the heart of a city. You stand there surrounded by buildings which feel somehow to be in complete harmony with each other. Beautiful trees and bushes and flowers line the streets. There are no cars. People walk at a measured pace. There's no hurry here, no rush here. It's as though this city pulses to a gentle, subliminal heartbeat, in tune with the water and nature that surrounds it, and is integrated with it. This, says Joseph, was once my home. This was Atlantis. He stands silently with you for a couple of minutes, allowing you to take in the magnificence of this setting, so very different from the noise and pollution and material preoccupations of today's centres of civilization. I leave you to have a look around for a couple of minutes and then we'll continue with the meditation. Now, the vision fades all around you, and you find yourself standing once again in the cocoon of light that lies within the area inside the doorway you passed through earlier. The door opens and Joseph leads you back through it, asking you to lock it with the first key on your keyring. As you do so, the word beginnings disappears from the nameplate, leaving it blank once more. You turn and walk across the area of light that leads from the doorway to the entrance to the Persian room. Joseph stops just before you are about to walk through it, takes you by the hand and looks into your eyes. "I'm always here," he says. "You might not always see me, but I'll always be with you to inspire you whenever you select a key and walk into the chamber of contemplation. Goodbye for now," he says, "just for now." And you watch him disappear into the light, and you walk back through the door into the Persian room, then move over to the physical manifestation of yourself sitting in the chair, where you stand for a moment in front of yourself, in front of your physical self. You then turn and sit down into your physical presence, reuniting, reintegrating, fully reconnecting your body and your spirit. And now, in silence for a couple of minutes, I'd want you to please reverse the number countdown from 1 to 10. And with each subsequent number, find yourself moving closer back to earthly consciousness. And we also ask that the divinity within you and around you, as you do this, closes your principal chakras and surrounds you in silver light so that you can take up your position on earth again without being influenced by any adverse vibrations. And once you've completed the exercise, in your own time, very slowly, very peacefully, bring yourself back to the Persian room. think everybody's back with us. Now, just a couple of notes on how to use this meditation, because it's not a one-off. You can use it again. Ideally, reread the chapter you want to know more about and to more fully understand first. If there isn't time, however, simply concentrate on the title of the chapter for a few moments before entering the meditation. Then stand up in your imagination from your physical body, walk out through the door in whatever room you're sitting in, move out into the area of light with the doorway in front of you, and select the key from the keyring Joseph gave you that corresponds to the chapter that you want to further investigate. Open the door with the key, go through it, let it close behind you, sit in the recliner in the area of light beyond it, bring the chapter title to mind, and let go. If you can remember the themes from the chapter, that's great, that's good. But if you can't, don't worry. Joseph or a soul group member will work behind the scenes with you during your meditation to download the key themes of the chapter and all their meanings into your spirit consciousness. When you feel you've meditated for long enough, stand up from the chair, move through the door, lock it with the appropriate key from your keyring, walk back through the area of light and come in through your own door in your own home and sit down in your physical body in the chair you've been sitting in. Ask for protection and that your chakras be safely closed and sealed, and return yourself slowly to earthly consciousness. And for those who haven't read Revelation, you can still benefit from this. Take the keyring with you. Even if you don't know the chapter heading, select one of the keys, sit in the chair, and you will be inspired by the themes from that chapter without even having physically read it. And you'll find that there are concepts that come to mind. You think, never thought in that way before, but that makes sense to me. I'm going to do this again. And you will connect with Joseph and his soul group. You'll connect with the spirits that are working so hard to transform this earth back into the place of light and love that it was always destined to be.